This is another Subaru that I also wanted to test because I also used to own a Crosstrek. Well, back then, nung XV pa yung tawag sa kanya. And it being a hybrid na din, I might as well test kung ano yung difference. Okay, right off the bat, ang una ko napansin sa kanya is this has the tachometer pa rin, even if it's a hybrid. But Subaru markets this as a mild hybrid, but by mild hybrid terminologies, it actually isn't a mild hybrid. It's a full hybrid pa rin. Because this car can drive on EV mode pa rin for like a certain amount of kilometers, so long as the battery is charged, which right now, hindi. And there's also a reason kung bakit tachometer siya and not the power meter that we get tulad dun sa Forester. I'll explain by the time na makalabas tayo dito saglit. Okay, there's a reason why tachometer to and not a power meter like the Forester has kahit na hybrid sila pareho. This car has the first generation e-boxer system. So bale, dun sa Forester kasi, that's the Gen 2 which uses the Toyota eCVT system. Eto, this was developed in-house by Subaru noon. So, yung Lineartronic CVT that all Subarus get, they just happen to put a tiny electric motor to it. Pero it still retains the, yung symmetrical all-wheel drive niya and stuff. Ganun pa rin, same. May electric motor lang talaga yung battery sa likod. So malaman din natin what's the difference between the Gen 1 e-boxer and the Gen 2. Pagdating sa power outputs kasi, there's a difference sa spec sheet. This has, I think, around 150 to 160 horsepower combined system output While the Forester with its new eCVT thing going on gets almost 200, 197 to be specific. Pero does that translate to this being a lot slower?
May drive mode din siya, sir. Super good.
Oh yes, yun, intelligent and sport. In intelligent, it's I'll be honest, it's unbelievably sharp sa intelligent. Kasi dun sa Forester kanina, I left it in intelligent for most of the driving and I know naman kung paano siya kumilos with mine din. Pag intelligent talaga, it's delayed.
There's some more responsive.
Oh, unusually. I'm not flicking it into sport yet, pero napapansin ko talaga it's a lot sharper. Well, on low speeds at least. Tingnan natin once we get out here sa highway saglit. Okay, we're in the clear. Okay. This has the same engine as the XV and Crosstrek. So 2 liter lang din siya, pero yun may assist ng electric motors. And I can say with city driving right now, the engine feels less stressed. Like a lot less stressed actually. Kasi kanina I remember driving the XV noon. I'd have to rev it to like 2000 RPM just to get to city speeds This, nagwa 1.5, 1.7 lang siya with the electric motor assisting. So, this is normal pace lang. We don't even exceed 1.5k RPM. So, on city speeds, it's a lot less stressed with the electric motors talaga. Helping.
Factor din talaga.
But outside the hybrid thing going on, how does it feel like? Exactly like an XV and Crosstrek. And that's not a bad thing. I bought that car for the reason na yun nga, with the global platform thing going on, it is a lot more refined than Subarus of old. It's quieter, irons out bumps even better. Tsaka alam ko with the additional weight of the batteries, I read somewhere that Subaru's engineers say this will ride a lot better than the Crosstrek without the hybrid system thing going on Because the added weight actually keeps the car a lot more stable daw. Lalo na't andun siya sa likod. Sa may rear axle. Okay, now the engine shut down. May charge na din kasi yung battery now that we're driving. Ingat. Okay, we're slowly going up the hill. Look. The engine is not turning on. This is not a mild hybrid. Absolutely not. Kasi mild hybrid would trigger the engine na immediately if you're going on a hill. Kasi hindi niya kaya is suportahan yung katawan ng sasakyan on hills. Ayan, it turns on again. So, this is like somewhere in the middle between a hybrid and a mild hybrid. But at the end of the day, because yun nga, sa loss natin on Evida, pasok siya sa full hybrid. So, it will be coding exempt pa rin. Kahit na mild hybrid siya.
Yeah. Coding exception.
Yeah, kasi by law, sabi kasi dun sa IRR nun, a hybrid car is supposed to be a car that can drive itself on electric power from zero. So, this being able to do that, exempt ka na sa coding. Even if Subaru still calls it a mild hybrid. Ako, I don't personally call this a mild hybrid. It is a hybrid pa rin. So, even the Gen 1 e-Boxer hybrid is still a full hybrid. Just happens to have a smaller battery than the Foresters. Yun lang. So, fuel efficiency nito, what kind of values is everyone getting with it?
Average, they said that you could get 15.
Oh. Upgrade from my XV7.
But syempre, it depends pa din on the driver.
Depends din sa kung gaano ka ham-footed yung driver at the end of the day. Okay, let's flick it into sport. Right after this Mirage, try natin saglit yung power niya. Okay, medyo open. Okay, it's not as fast as the Forester, pero yun the engine still feels a lot less stress even if you're going full throttle dahil dun sa electric motors. Pero you can get up to speed safely naman on this. It's not as underpowered naman. Oh, it has that thing dun sa mga non-hybrid Subarus where it says how many minutes you've been in
Safe mode.
yung sa when the engine turns off. I've never seen this on any other car. Sinasabi niya rin kung ilang milliliters yung na-save mo sa fuel. Subaru and their quirks. Ayun, the engine turned on again. Really, parang class of 1 yung hybrid nito eh. Kasi Forester kanina, the battery is strong enough to keep the car in EV mode kahit na matraffic ka talaga hanggang sa maubos eh. Ito, even with, even if hindi pa siya low bat, nag-on na yung makina for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, works ng Gen 1 e-Boxer. How much is this again? Parang 1.9 something, no? 998?
Sir? 1,998,000 introductory price.
Sub 2 million.
Actually, considering this is patterned over the 2.0 na IS, top of the line.
Why bother getting the non-hybrid? No? Unless may discounts yun.
Actually, we have no more stocks now.
Nung non-hybrid.
Yeah.
So you guys are going all in with this e-Boxer.
Yeah, we have this and then yung IL variant.
Oh, there's another thing na I can compare this with my XV noon. The seats.
Yeah.
Kasi most notable thing about the XV dati, that car seats for some reason is not as comfortable as the Forester. Hindi ko na ma-pinpoint kung alin, pero when I took it to a 5-hour drive na non-stop, my lower back started hurting eh. And I'm not exactly middle-aged. I'm somewhere in the mid-20s pa lang. So imagine imagine what my dad had to say when he drove it. Pero yun, Subaru fixed it by consulting a university hospital in Japan. I'll probably just put it on screen kung sino yung naging partner nila pagdating sa research nun. But I'd say it works. The seats are a lot more supportive ngayon and parang I don't know, it's as comfortable as Nissan Zero Gravity seats, if not better.
Less yung driver fatigue.
Yes. Yeah, on low speeds, doon mo talaga ma-realize yung difference nito compared to the non-hybrid XV and Crosstrek. The engine feels a lot more relaxed. Like, okay, we're going, sige. Not like the XV which goes, oh no, we're going, let's go. Yeah, and this thing still has the signature Subaru ride quality talaga. Yung stiff but not too stiff and soft but not too soft. Parang siya yung nasa Goldilocks point, yung gitna talaga. I think it's only the Europeans who can match this pagdating sa ganong suspension tuning. Like, I've driven a couple Chinese cars already and some of them talaga lean sa soft side sobra. na it comes to a point where it floats. Doesn't really give enough, confidence, lalo na if you're really pushing the car. There are some YouTubers who have already taken this on a trail dati with that previous Gen XV.
They say the same thing then.
Yes. Sa lahat ng crossovers, it's easily the most capable one. Tsaka, there's some people who say na, you don't need all-wheel drive naman sa Pilipinas. It doesn't snow or anything. This comes from someone who owns two of them, ha. It's a situation of, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Tsaka, even the non-hybrids naman, konti lang yung penalty sa fuel efficiency pag tumatakbo ka eh. Sa traffic lang talaga, yun lang. But when you start going, okay naman sila sa fuel efficiency. The drivetrain really doesn't eat up pagdating sa sa consumption. And more so with these ones na hybrid na. So you get all-wheel drive na nga, so you get the confidence and you still get somehow yung efficiency pa rin. And yeah, going back to what I said with the Forester kanina, sure, there are some hybrids na all-wheel drive din that do better sa efficiency. But the price comes dito kasi that you pay is yung sure-footedness niya talaga pagdating sa slippery stuff. Kasi equal yung torque distribution niya lagi or well, dito 60-40 siya ngayon kasi we're moving and wala namang slip detected. That's still enough to make you feel confident with the car. The engine's also shutting off ngayon when we're coasting. That's a mild hybrid thing. Yun lang talaga kanina eh. It can propel itself from zero. That's not a mild hybrid thing. Wait, what? We've already saved 420 milliliters of fuel. We just went for like a test drive dito. Hindi infotainment kaya. Oh, nandito na rin pala. Dati kasi with the double screen setup with old Subarus, nandun sa taas yung torque distribution thing niya eh. Sa all-wheel drive. Ngayon, it's here na pala. Pati yung inclinometer saka yung roll. Ba't kaya kanina low-bat yung battery, no? When we started.
I believe hindi siya nag-charge talaga unless
Or baka someone left it on idle.
pwede din.
Kasi pag when we're driving, hindi niya talaga inuubos yung battery. It just keeps it somewhere in the middle,
Siguro sa the way you drive din.
I guess. Kasi I'm not really that much ham-footed pagdating sa Saka din sa public road anyways. Unless we're in a private test track, dun siguro I can test the limits. Pero dito, no. Okay, the Subaru XV, sorry, Crosstrek hybrid. I keep getting used to the XV name pa rin, even if it's been years. Okay, final thoughts on the car. The Gen 1 e-Boxer may not be as powerful as the Gen 2, but at least meron pa rin siyang benefits pagdating sa fuel efficiency. And yeah, it will still be recognized as a full hybrid under our laws, despite the fact that Subaru calls it a mild hybrid. So yeah, it's a good car. Made even better by the electric motors. There was a bottle there the entire time.
Didn't even
Bruh,